day at your favorite Six Flags theme park is always a fun one. But is it worth buying a season pass? In this video, I'm going to break down the details so you can get the most for your money. Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the various passes that are available from Six Flags. Of course, because I live in Los Angeles, my local park is Knott's Berry Farm. And I think Knott's Berry Farm tends to be a bit of an outlier from the other Six Flags theme parks because it's a year-round park. But I will focus on Knott's, and I think the information I'll be presenting is valid. And of course, the secondary park for those of us who live in Los Angeles is Magic Mountain. So I will be using the prices at Magic Mountain as kind of a basis for what I think most of the other Six Flag parks are priced at. As a baseline, I'm using the daily price. So at Knott's Berry Farm, the price varies between $65 and $75. One tip, of course, if you're buying a daily ticket, always make sure you check online, because online at Knott's Berry Farm, at least, tickets are usually $65 to $75. And if you pay at the gate, it's going to be $110, which I always think is crazy. So always make sure that you check online first before you buy anything. Right now it's mid-August and there's a deal going on through the Six Flags parks as well as Knott's Berry Farm where you can buy your pass in August, and this pass will be good for the remaining 4 months of the year as well as through next year 2027. So your pass will start right away, and they seem to be offering a lower price. I don't know if it's going to go up or not, but the offer apparently stands until September 7th of 2026. I'll discuss membership versus a season pass at the end of the video. Of course, prices will vary at the different Six Flags theme parks, but I think that Knott's and Magic Mountain will be indicative of the prices through Six Flags, and it should apply mostly to your own home park. One warning with the season pass, I don't know if this applies as much for your local Six Flags park, but at Knott's Berry Farm we have an event called Knott's Scary Farm for Halloween, a series of mazes, and it's fantastic. But it is an additional cost, even if you hold a pass. So even though the pass lists as a feature some seasonal events, the Halloween, at least at Knott's Scary Farm, is not included. That's a separate admission that you have to purchase on its own. And the park closes and a whole different group of people attend that event. In fact, I'm not even sure why they list it, because at least at Knott's Berry Farm, the Christmas event, the Boysenberry Festival, the Peanuts Festival, as well as the Halloween, they have a Halloween event that goes on during the day, during a regular park admission. That's all included with a regular park admission, and of course your season pass will be good for that. There's a concept called a bring a friend, and it's a fantastic deal. What it is that with the prestige passes, you can actually bring a friend for free, and the Prestige Pass includes 2 of these. And what I really like about it is if you buy the pass in August, right now, you get 2 passes for the rest of 2026, and then you get 2 more for 2027. So let's look at the season passes. At Knott's Berry Farm, for $99, you get the basic season pass. If you're going to pay for admission between $65 and $79, I think it's a no-brainer that all you need are 2 visits and you've already paid for your season pass. And from that point on, all your visits are free. Now the Gold Pass at Knott's Berry Farm, and it is a little higher than at Magic Mountain, and it may be higher at your local Six Flags park, but if you go twice, it pretty much pays for the pass itself. And of course, every visit after that is free, and there's some additional features. Now, at Knott's Berry Farm, they don't include parking with the Gold Pass, but at Magic Mountain, they do. So you'll have to check with your own Six Flags park to see if parking is included. At Knott's Berry Farm and at Magic Mountain here in Los Angeles, parking is $40. So that adds up really quick. Now, at Knott's Berry Farm, you can buy a pass for parking for the year as long as you own the pass, and it's $90. So that pays for itself as well. And one year when I did a pass, I did get the gold pass. I added the $90, took care of the parking, and I had several visits that I did that, lots of visits actually, and I was able to make a go of the parking without paying $40 each time and buying the lower tiered pass. For the $329 Prestige Pass, you're gonna have to go between 4 and 5 times. But if you live near the park and you like to visit, I think that's well worth it. And of course, every visit after that is free. Now, there are some additional features with the Prestige Pass. For one, you get free parking. So that $40 a visit at Knott's Berry Farm and at Magic Mountain here in the Los Angeles area, that's all free every time you visit. If you buy the lower tier Gold Pass, then you need to add a parking pass, which would be an additional $90. In the past, the parking at Knott's Berry Farm with the Prestige Pass was in a preferred parking lot, but apparently this year for 2027, that is going away. Now, the Prestige Pass this year, something new, is that it has the free drink plan. I love the drink plan because I tend to go through a lot of drinks, especially on a hot day. Now, this is only fountain drinks, and you get a new drink every 15 minutes. So it's a fantastic deal. At Magic Mountain, you get free parking as well with the Gold Pass. So that's a nice addition. You don't have to add on the $90. So again, check your own website for your local Six Flags park. By the way, the drink plan is $35. And for me, even when I had the Gold Pass, that was an easy add-on to be able to have a drink every 15 minutes. The Prestige Pass gives you admission to all of the Six Flags parks throughout the nation. And that's just fantastic. And with my Prestige Pass that I purchased in 2025 and was good all the way to 2026, allowed me to visit Magic Mountain. So I only visited once so far, and I'll probably go again before my pass runs out, but it easily saved me $100. I think admission would have been about $50, and then tack another $40 on there for parking. So it was well worth it for me. One thing worth mentioning at Knott's Berry Farm is they have a VIP lounge. It's this area that's air conditioned, has free drinks, and has couches, and it really is a relaxing spot. I tend to use it only occasionally. I find that it's very crowded. What a lot of pass holders seem to do is they like to grab a meal and they'll take it inside of this air-conditioned building. Now, why did I buy a Prestige Pass? Of course, it was a lot more money. I think I paid between $250 to $289, but it was August of 2025, and what happened was I was taking a friend, and so I was going to pay for their admission. Now, I looked online. The two of us would have been, I think, $79, so that would have been $160 just for the 2 admissions, another $40 for parking. So when I looked at the Prestige Pass for $279, between $250 and $279, some kind of special deal, I thought it was a no-brainer because I was able to get myself in, I got a friend in, got the parking for that day, and then I had one more pass to bring another friend in, as well as 2 more passes the following year, and then I can pretty much go to the park any day that it's open, which is pretty much every day here at Knott's Berry Farm in Southern California. So I talked my wife into getting a Gold Pass, and then with my parking and with her low-cost Gold Pass at $129, we go down to Knott's quite a bit. And I did purchase a dining plan as well as the drink plan, which was separate last year, but will now be included with the Prestige Pass. So we tend to go down to Knott's fairly often and just enjoy an afternoon into the evening. Now this year, the dining plan has changed at Knott's Berry Farm, and you'll have to look and see what your Six Flags park offers in terms of dining plans. But it's actually very comparable, or the Knott's plan is very comparable to Magic Mountain. So I would assume it's fairly level. It's a level playing field across all the various parks. The basic plan is $129 for 20 meals. So that adds up to That's about $6.50 a meal. So considering that a meal at Knott's Berry Farm costs typically between $15 and $18, you do get to save when you buy 20 meals. The next plan up is $179 for 30 meals and that you can eat every 2 hours. Now, at that price point, it's about $6 a meal because, again, meals are between $15 to $18, some even more expensive. It has to be on the meal plan, of course. So you can just add up how you like to eat at the park and see if that works for you. New this year is a $499 meal plan, unlimited meals. So you have no limit and it's good at all of the Six Flags parks. So breaking this one down, you need about 30 meals to break even. So if you do, say, 15 visits and you have 2 meals apiece per visit, that would pretty much make you even. And if you go to a lot of Six Flags parks, you travel a lot, and you want to go there and get free meals, you can buy this meal plan for $499. Now, Six Flags is offering something called membership, and looking at the charts and comparing the features, it really looks to me like they're almost identical in terms of the season membership, the gold membership, and the prestige membership. The season membership is $10 a month or $120 a year. Gold membership is $12 a month or $144 per year. And the prestige membership is $28 a month or $336 for the year. So it's a little more than buying the season pass. But from what I can tell, the season pass is geared to the calendar year. So it always starts in January and ends in December, where the membership, from what I can tell, you can start at any time. And of course, the big difference is the membership allows you to pay by the month. And from here, it appears that the season pass does not. I hope I'm correct on this. Please comment below if I make any mistakes. Now, something going on here in Los Angeles is that the prices are sometimes slightly lower at Magic Mountain as opposed to Knott's Berry Farm. So I took a look at this, and the passes are actually different. For example, the Magic Mountain has free parking with the Gold Pass, but the Knott's Berry Farm does not. So something to consider. I think I heard that there are people in LA who are thinking of going to Magic Mountain to buy their passes and then be able to come down and go to Knott's Berry Farm as well, or even make the drive to Magic Mountain and then register there and then come back to Knott's and save some money. But the parking apparently on the Gold Pass does not work for Knott's Berry Farm if you buy it at Magic Mountain. Now, the Prestige parking at Magic Mountain offers preferred parking. Let me tell you, Magic Mountain, when I went in August, it was hot. It was 97 degrees. It gets really warm up there. And even though I parked still under the solar panels, I visited where I've even parked further, but I was still at least in the shade. But it was a half mile to walk to the front gate. So if you can get that preferred parking, it is a fantastic deal. On the website, it says that the parking is limited. So I would imagine only the people that arrive early are able to get in, and then everybody else parks and walks half a mile to get to that front gate. Although I do need to add that they do have a bus kind of shuttle to help you get around in the parking lot. Another thing worth mentioning is the meal plans at Magic Mountain are slightly cheaper, at least on the lower and mid tier. However, the highest one is still $499. It does allow you to get meals at all the parks, but whether you buy the meal plan through Magic Mountain or Knott's or any other Six Flags park, it really doesn't matter. They're all capped at set at $499. Maybe some of the parks in your area may be a little different, but that's the way it is here in Los Angeles. At the time of this video, there's only a couple weeks left to try and take care of what Six Flags is calling the special offer. I truly have no idea whether prices are going to go up or if they're just going to lock in the prices or take features away. And at least at Knott's Berry Farm, they have a special deal where if you do buy your pass before September 7th, you get a bring a friend pass. So that's all the website says. I don't know if that means for a prestige pass holder, you're going to get 3 passes that you can use for the rest of 2026. And so, did I get everything correct? I hope I did, but if I got something wrong, please comment below and then I will put up a pinned comment with all of the corrections. And I want to hear what you're going to do. Are you going to buy a pass? Which park and which pass is appealing to you? Anyway, hope you found this video helpful. I know there was a lot of stuff to wade through, but it is rather complicated. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.